Things. This is for my Scorpios. Without any previous energy, today is May 5th, and we're just going into like an energy and any spiritual guidance that may help you guys moving forward. I did pull one card off camera. I'm going to go in with my other deck to follow up. You guys got the Two of Fire. Creative planning for the future, mapping progress, trusting in the unknown. Spirit-inspired ambition. Whenever I can't see how my dreams will... That was my son screaming, so I have to see what's going on. Whenever I can't see how my dreams will come into form, I can trust in the process of co-creation and engage more deeply in the process of envisioning something new. I have already started to make progress, and soon my passion will attract the perfect situation for me. The light of spirit helps me to see my way and feel the universe aligning to bring me what I need. You just trust that God is aligning you specifically to the needs that, you know, specifically not only to what you want, but also to your needs. Trust in the universe that they're with you. You know, I always have, sometimes I have to make sure that I'm also making myself aware to trust the flow and sometimes just ride the wave. Let's see what else is going on with the Two of Fire for Scorpios and get more guidance for them moving forward. Yeah, like it seems like you're specifically trying to get mental clarity on some things, but I feel like mental clarity is coming through, like a breakthrough is coming through. This is so funny, like the energy for a lot of, I keep saying this, but maybe I just might do a collective too, because it seems like collectively, a lot of people right now are just seeing the bigger picture. And it's like a lot of visionaries are being activated right now. And specifically with some of you Scorpios, you're getting mental clarity and having breakthroughs on specifically what you want. Career-wise, moving forward, getting clarity on that, and just able to see the bigger picture, and not just so much focus on just, okay, right now, what you know, right now. Yeah, and the life cycles are turning. Like right now, you're seeing the bigger picture on just how you want your life to turn out. In the Wheel of Fortune came out, and so the wheel of life is currently turning for you. I feel it maybe that's kind of what's happening. They're kind of like redirecting your wheel, and they're like, this is beautiful in your life right now, but you're supposed to be like this. And so they're just kind of like redirecting you a little bit right now, and it feels like maybe that's what's contributing to the ups and downs, like the readjustment, the refocusing. Like they're like, sometimes you have to go to the beginning to figure to not get stuck back in the same old routine. And the Emperor came out. Yeah, this is like, yeah, like respect. You're like, sometimes you have to figure out where the issue started so that you can get the respect that you deserve. Because this is like the Emperor, specifically with this next to the Wheel of Fortune. I'm feeling like that the wheels of life are kind of turning, and you're kind of you're figuring out like, okay, who put these rules in power? Like whose power? Like whose rules? And you're kind of breaking down, and it kind of feels like you're kind of going through all this, and that's where like the redirection is happening. It's like you kind of want to live by your own rules, and that's what's redirecting you more than anything right now. Yeah, you're being more practical about the things that you want. Financially, when it comes to family, it's like you're thinking more in terms of practicality. You're like, this is all beautiful and dandy, but let's get to the real right now. What is it that I want that I can specifically direct my energy to at this moment. Because it really feels like you're like, again, whose rules am I following? Like whose power am I working under? Yeah, I feel like you mainly been like in your shadow self, and I think you're starting to realize like, okay, I might need to maybe take a moment and just take a look, because what came after the Queen of Pentacles was the Devil, and it feels like this specifically is pointing to any toxic traits that you may have that they're trying to bring attention to, so that you can kind of redirect yourselves away from it and turn in a new direction. Because of course, when you're in your shadow self, it leads to destructive behavior. Are you currently leading with like good karma, or are you kind of operating out of like this darkness, this bad karma? Because if you're leading in your shadow self, then you know, of course, like you can be a leader in your shadow self. Hello, we have President Trump, but what kind of leadership skills and what is everyone picking up and learning from you? Nothing. It's like you're just spreading negativity and darkness. And that's not what you want for your life. That's not what spirit wants for your life. They're just like, maybe make sure you're not in your shadow self, because this abundance that you want, like all these opportunities you want, like financially and as far as your career coming in, they're not going to come if you continue to operate out of your shadow self. Because you are a person of like a person of a leadership. Like you're a person who naturally, people see you and naturally kind of have respect for you, and it's just maybe something they sense in you. But if you're operating from your shadow self and you're a natural person of leadership, then that's never a good thing, because people really look up to other people sometimes, and it's like, don't be a person and lead other people into darkness. We don't want that. That's not even what you want. You want new career. You want new opportunities. So sorry, excuse me. And that's what's coming in. The sun. Here comes the sun. Doo doo doo. Here comes the sun, and I say, I love that song. The sun is coming. They're just making sure also that you're aware that you don't give too much into that energy, into any of the temptations from the past. Because the energy that you want and the energy that you're asking for, and you're asking, it's like spirit is just like, trust us. But you can't trust us and you're living in your shadow self. Like, how can we come in and you're like in the darkness? You won't see our light. If you're in your shadow self, you won't see our light. And we've been like, hello, but they're like this, but you're in darkness and you still can't even see this light. They're like, eventually. And it's like, I think what they're trying to what they want is like, not for you to have to get so dark in it that it's pitch black. Because right now it's like there's still a little bit of light. There's light shining in. Like you're in the sun energy. And they're like, you're in more light than darkness. And they're like, don't go into your shadow self. Don't retreat. Because you're in this Ace of Pentacles energy. You're in the sun. And we're bringing in the manifestation and abundance that you have been asking for. Yeah. I would just pay attention to like old habits. Things that maybe triggered, so that you're not living in the past and people aren't trying to take you back there with them. Excuse me. Love and light. Spread love and light. If you can't, don't spread anything at all. I hope this helps. Like, comment, and subscribe, and have a great day.